In the long history of the shinobi world, the Nara clan has never been known for overwhelming power or flashy techniques. Instead, their legacy is built on something far more enduring: intelligence, composure, and the ability to control the flow of battle from the shadows. For generations, the Nara clan has produced minds capable of shaping wars, protecting villages, and influencing the course of history through strategy alone. Their shadow-based techniques are not merely jutsu, but reflections of a philosophy that values calculation, patience, and precision above brute force. That legacy reaches its most defining form in Shikamaru Nara. Once dismissed as a lazy prodigy content to avoid responsibility, he now stands at the center of a world spiraling into chaos. As Boruto, Two Blue Vortex unfolds, Shikamaru's role evolves beyond that of a strategist working behind the scenes. Burdened by loss, distorted reality, and godlike powers that defy logic itself, he rises as the 8th Hokage, not because he seeks authority, but because the shinobi world demands a leader capable of thinking clearly when truth itself can no longer be trusted. Before we go any further, make sure you smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and flood the comments with your thoughts so we can keep this anime storytelling hype alive together. Alright, let's waste no time and jump straight into it. Here we go. In the legends of the shinobi world, the Nara clan is far more than just a family with a unique ability. They stand as a symbol of wisdom, composure, and intelligence passed down through generations. For a long time, the Nara clan has been recognized as one of the most brilliant clans in the ninja world, with strategic talents that played a major role in protecting the village and shaping many legendary moments in shinobi history. Behind the genius of Shikamaru Nara, there is another crucial figure who formed the foundation of that intelligence: Shikaku Nara. He was an elite jonin and a grand war strategist during the Shinobi World War. Shikaku's brilliance was acknowledged by major figures such as Kakashi, Tsunade, and even the Kage themselves. He served as a central leader within the Shinobi Alliance and was widely known as the primary mind behind its battle strategies. Interestingly, during the Fourth Shinobi World War, the original leader of the 4th Division of the Allied Shinobi forces was not Gaara, but Shikamaru. Although he initially refused the position, circumstances eventually forced him to accept this major responsibility. This clearly shows that Shikamaru's leadership potential had been recognized long before the war began. The Nara clan is famous for its shadow-based techniques, which require far more than physical strength. Their abilities demand advanced analytical thinking, precise calculations, and high-level strategic planning. These shadow techniques allow users to control an opponent's movements, set traps, or immobilize enemies without direct contact. The origins of the Nara clan are believed to date back to the early founding of Konohagakure. Their signature techniques have been passed down through generations and are rumored to be connected to the realm of shadows or spiritual forces. As a result, members of the Nara clan are known not only for their power, but also for their exceptional ability to read and control the flow of battle. One of the clan's golden generations is represented by Shikamaru Nara. Despite his lazy and laid-back demeanor, he possesses extraordinary intelligence. This was evident as early as the Chunin exams. During his fight against Temari of Sunagakure, Shikamaru carefully analyzed her movements and devised a strategy that completely turned the tide. By creatively using the shadow possession technique, he secured victory in a match that initially seemed unwinnable. His brilliance appeared again during the Sasuke retrieval mission. When facing Taiyuya and her allies, Shikamaru quickly constructed complex strategies under pressure. This mission marked the point where his leadership skills began to develop rapidly. The peak of Shikamaru's intelligence was shown in his battle against Haiden of the Akatsuki. Through layered traps and precise calculations, Shikamaru managed to defeat an immortal enemy. Haiden never realized that the blood used in his ritual belonged to Kazu, a small detail that ultimately determined the outcome of the battle. During the Fourth Shinobi World War, Shikamaru played a critical role as the intelligence commander of the Allied Shinobi forces. He efficiently coordinated massive troop movements and served as the central hub for strategic decision-making. It is no surprise that he was entrusted with 3 intelligence command roles simultaneously. All of this, however, was deeply influenced by his father, Shikaku Nara. Shikaku was the head of the Nara clan, the leader of the Jonin, and the chief strategist of the Shinobi Alliance. At one point, there was even discussion about appointing him as Hokage to succeed Tsunade. Kakashi himself once admitted that Shikaku was more deserving of the Hokage position than he was. Shikaku possessed exceptional analytical skills, remarkable calmness in critical situations, and a strong leadership vision. Elite Jonin under his command included Aoba Yamashiro, Ibiki Marino, Heiei Gecko, and Kakashi Hatake. He gave Shikamaru the freedom to think independently and encouraged him to find solutions on his own, often using games of shogi as a way to teach life strategy and decision-making. Before his death, Shikaku passed his responsibilities on to Shikamaru. His most memorable message was a simple yet powerful request for Shikamaru to keep living and take over his role. Inoichi also emphasized that they would continue to live on through the next generation. Even as the Alliance headquarters was being destroyed, Shikaku managed to deliver crucial analysis, including insights on distributing Kurama's chakra. He was the first to realize that the Nine Tails chakra could be shared to strengthen all shinobi. This brilliant idea became a major turning point in the war and even shocked Kurama himself with its ingenuity. Shikaku's intelligence was acknowledged by many, including the Kage. One of them even remarked that it was no wonder Konoha consistently held the advantage, having a genius like Shikaku among its ranks. Now, the mantle of leadership within the Nara clan fully rests on Shikamaru's shoulders. He is not merely his father's successor, but a key figure in shaping policy and strategy in the shinobi world. With Temari by his side, a sharp-minded kunoichi from Sunagakure, the future of the Nara clan appears brighter than ever. Shikamaru stands as proof that true genius does not always shine loudly. Behind his lazy attitude lies a deep understanding of life, strategy, and leadership. He shows that genuine intelligence often comes in the simplest form. As Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex enters its new era, Shikamaru Nara's role becomes more critical than ever. Once known primarily as the mastermind operating from the shadows, he now stands directly on the front lines. After a series of devastating events that shook Konoha, Shikamaru officially assumes the mantle of the 8th Hokage, not out of ambition, but because the village needed the most rational mind available to lead it through chaos. As Hokage, Shikamaru demonstrates a leadership style distinct from his predecessors. Rather than relying on overwhelming power like Naruto, he governs through intellect, calculated risk assessment, and a careful balance of competing interests. In a shinobi world spiraling further into instability, this measured approach proves to be exactly what Konoha needs. His genius is most evident in how he handles Boruto and Kawaki. To the public, both are seen as dangerous liabilities due to their karma and ties to the Otsutsuki. Shikamaru, however, looks beyond surface-level fear. He recognizes that karma is not merely a curse, but a tool, a double-edged weapon capable of confronting threats far greater than those Konoha has faced before. Through careful planning, Shikamaru effectively guides Boruto and Kawaki, not through force, but by placing them into a framework of mutual dependence and cooperation. Personal conflict is pushed aside in favor of a higher objective, confronting the Shinju Ego Jubi, entities whose existence threatens the balance of the entire world. This decision carries immense risk. Relying on 2 karma users could just as easily accelerate destruction. Yet Shikamaru moves forward regardless, fully aware that without Boruto and Kawaki, defeating the Shinju would be nearly impossible. Beyond that, Shikamaru succeeds in uniting Konoha's next generation. Mitsuki, Sarada, and Himawari are not treated as expendable pieces, but as strategic partners. He understands each of their strengths, Mitsuki's evolving emotions, Sarada's natural leadership, and Himawari's dormant power, potent enough to draw the attention of Jura himself. During the conflict against Jura and Mamushi, the most terrifying of the Ego Jubi, Shikamaru once again displays his defining trait, the ability to unite individuals with differing backgrounds and motivations under a single purpose. He does not demand loyalty, he earns it by offering clarity, trust, and direction. What makes Shikamaru truly dangerous as a leader is his awareness of omnipotence. He is among the few who recognize that reality, memory, and perception have been distorted by this godlike Shinjutsu. He understands that even his own mind may be compromised, that his logic itself could be flawed. Yet this realization only highlights his brilliance. Instead of denying or emotionally resisting omnipotence, Shikamaru adopts a rational stance. He accepts the limits of his awareness and builds strategies under the assumption that reality itself may be wrong. This mindset allows him to continue supporting Boruto, even when the world's logic labels Boruto as an enemy. Shikamaru does not blindly trust Boruto, but neither does he dismiss the possibility that Boruto stands on the right side. He observes inconsistencies, reactions, and subtle contradictions in those around him. Each detail becomes a variable on a massive shogi board, one he now commands as Hokage. In this light, Shikamaru is not merely Shikaku's successor, but a version refined by tragedy, loss, and a far harsher reality. If Shikaku was a wartime general, then Shikamaru is the architect of the modern shinobi world. A leader who understands that truth is rarely black and white. By Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 29, Shikamaru stands as proof that the greatest power is not chakra or jutsu, but the ability to think clearly within a twisted reality. He may not possess Naruto's raw strength, but in a world ruled by gods and shinjutsu, Shikamaru Nara remains Konoha's most dangerous weapon. And true to the legacy of the Nara clan, his genius stays hidden behind a calm expression and a laid-back demeanor. Yet once he moves, the impact is powerful enough to shake the entire board of the shinobi world. Thanks a lot for staying with me till the end. If you have any questions or ideas, write them down below. See you in the next one.